What's up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I finally got my order back from CBCS that I sent in at the beginning of May. It took roughly 4-ish weeks for them to process it into their system. So from that point on till right now, it took roughly 6 to 7 months to get these books back. But when I sent it in, it did say it was about a 7 to 9 week turnaround time. So they are very busy. But in today's episode, I'm going to be going over these books, the grades on the books, how I feel about those grades, and just my overall experience with CBCS on this particular order. But before I get started off on this haul, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's go over these books. So I hope you all are having a fantastic day so far today. As I begin to go through this 17 book lot, a lot of them did get the grades I was expecting, and some of them really aren't major keys or have any significant value like that. They're just covers and variants that I really liked, so I'm not going to be going too in-depth with them, but the ones that I did have issues with, I'm definitely going to be talking about. But as I do begin to go through these, I want to know your experiences with either CGC, CBCS, or any of the other grading companies. Comment them down below. So this first one I'm going to be talking about today, I'm really happy with this grade. I didn't expect it to get a 9.8, but we've got Totally Awesome Hulk. Issue number 1, this is the first appearance of Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. I got a nice 9.8 on this one, and like I said, I didn't expect to get a 9.8, but I am very happy with that book. This next one I'm going to be going over today, this is another one I actually didn't expect to get a 9.8 on. I thought it was going to be a 9.6, but we got the Department of Truth, issue number 1, got it in a 9.8, but the cool thing about this one is that this is the Lee Harvey Oswald secret variant. So this is, I think it was just a 1 in 10 incentive variant, or it was just a regular secret. Not 100% sure on that, but I'm extremely happy with the grade. This next one, this is definitely going to be one for the collection. We've got Something is Killing the Children in a 9.8. This is the Jenny Frison variant, an absolutely gorgeous cover, and I'm so happy that this came back in a 9.8, and I can keep this one in my collection. The next one I'm going to be going over today is another Something is Killing the Children book. We've got Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1 in another 9.8, but the cool thing with this one is this is the 5th printing of this. I found this one on the shelf at one of my LCSs. I'd say a few months after Something is Killing the Children really started popping off in the community. Definitely needed a press, and I'm really happy with how it came out. This next one, this is another one. I love these covers so much. Not a big Star Wars fan, but we've got Star Wars number 58. This is the John Tyler Christopher negative variant. This is Palpatine, and man, such an awesome cover. So happy that one came out in a 9.8 as well. Moving on to another negative variant from John Tyler Christopher, we've got Star Wars issue number 7, Luke Skywalker variant, and this one is limited to, I believe it's 4,000. I had another copy of this. I ended up selling that one off because that one, in my opinion, was absolutely not getting a 9.8, probably a 9.2 to 9.4 at best, so I'm happy with how that one came out. This next one doesn't really have too significant value, but we've got the Department of Truth, issue number 6. This is the Scott's Collectible Tiny Onion variant. I just really like the cover, and I got a good deal on it, so that's why I ended up sending that one in. Next one I'm going to be going over is from Black Cape Comics. This is an exclusive from them. This is Haha, issue number 1. This isn't the Virgin edition, but I did get a 9.8 on it. I'm really happy with how this came out. The only problem I had with this, just in general, is the series itself. I sent it in, not just because I really liked the cover, but I thought it was going to have a lot more value. I kind of thought it was going to turn into Ice Cream Man to an extent, but to me, the series honestly really wasn't all that good. I really liked the first issue. I thought the last one was really good too, but all the ones in between, it's skippable in my opinion. The next one I'm going to be talking about today, I'm really happy with this grade. I actually found this one in the dollar bin a few months ago. Well, a few months before I sent the whole lot of books in. But we've got House of X, issue number 2. This is cover A4 in a nice 9.8. I believe with this issue, this is just a retold origin story of Moira McTaggart. So this was actually a pretty decent read in my opinion as well. You guys already know I'm not a big X-Men fan. This is probably the last main X-Men thing that I read, House of X, Powers of X. I didn't have a lot of knowledge on a lot of the characters, but I did think it was a very well told story. This next one is just another cool Virgin cover that I picked up. It's King in Black, Gwenom vs. Carnage, issue number 2. This is the Unknown Comics exclusive variant for this one. I just thought it was really cool. I decided to send it in with a lot. But this next one, we've got another Black Cape Comics exclusive. I love this cover. We've got Miles Morales, Spider-Man, issue number 25, the Virgin exclusive variant for it. Such a gorgeous looking book. I did have the trade dress version of it too. I think I ended up selling that one off in one of my Whatnot auctions, but I'm probably going to be keeping that one in the collection. This next one for you Star Wars fan, we got another one. It's Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, issue number 3. This is the movie variant. I believe the significance of it is just that it features Darth Maul on the cover. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is the first cover appearance of him. That one got an 8.5. I did expect that one to be a little bit lower. It's the cardstock cover, and once that gets a little bent, that's a little hard to fix with a press. Now we're going to be moving into some of the books that I felt deserved a little bit better of a grade, or I think CBCS may have messed them up in the process of transferring them. But this first one, we've got the Department of Truth, issue number 1. This is a 9.6. I sent this in because I personally believed it was going to be a 9.8. When I sent it in, I thought it was all good. There is a nice little crease on the back. I'm going to be posting a picture of that so you guys can see it clear. But I did get a 9.6 on that. In my opinion, I thought it was going to be a 9.8. That crease wasn't there, so I think either I shipped it possibly wrong or something happened while they were moving it around. However, for this next one, this is where things get a little tricky, in my opinion. This next book got a 9.0, and the one after that also got a 9.0. But they're very different as far as the damage goes on the book. So either this first 9.0 isn't really a 9.0, it should be maybe a 9.2 or a 9.4, or the other book should just be significantly lower. So we've got Star Wars number 66, another John Tyler Christopher variant. This is the Yoda cover. So the thing with this one is it got a 9, but in my opinion, when I sent this in, it was going to be either a 9.6 or a 9.8. There is one little spine tick at the top, and that's what led me to believe it was going to be a 9.6, but there is a massive crease down at the bottom now. If you can't really see it too well, I'm going to be posting a picture, but it goes along the backside as well, and now it's color breaking too, and I promise you, when I sent that in, it was not there. So it's either on me for having bad shipping, but if that's the case, I feel a lot of these other books would have a really bad crease on the corner as well. So maybe something happened during the shipment, maybe this one just banged on an edge, but it does suck because I thought this was going to be a 9.8 potential, definitely a 9.6 in my opinion. But here's where the problems arise. So this next book, I'm extremely happy with this grade because I did not expect it at all. We've got all new Marvel Now .1, issue number 1 in a 9.0. This is the first appearance of Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel. So the thing is, they both got 9s. The only real issue with this Star Wars 66, and that's why I left it out, was that corner crease and the little minor spine tick. This book has very significant spine ticks and the corner is very creased. So either this is a very high 9.0 or this Star Wars 66 does not deserve a 9.0 and it should probably be a 9.2 to a 9.4 because of the bottom corner crease. I'm thinking, in my opinion, this one probably deserves to be more of an 8.5. As you can tell with the pictures on the side, those are very significant damages on this book. So there's a little inconsistency with these two books, but honestly, as far as the rest of them goes, I'm extremely happy with the 9.8s. The Darth Maul book that got the 8.5, I think that was very well deserving too. The Department of Truth 9.6, I think something happened, and that's where that corner crease came from. The Star Wars book on this one, I don't think it deserved the 9.0, and truly, I don't think the all-new Marvel .1 deserved the 9.0 either. I think the Star Wars should have been higher, and I truly think this Kamala Khan book should have been a lot lower, but that's how they graded it. But those are really my only significant problems with these books, and now you're watching this video thinking, well, you got a couple left. These two, I'm extremely happy with. One of them is another Kamala Khan book that I'm going to be showing off, but the last one, I'm so happy to have it in my collection, and I'm really happy with the grade too. We've got Miss Marvel, issue number 1, in a 9.6. So this is the 2014 volume series for this book. This is her first solo series. I'm extremely happy with the 9.6. I thought personally it was going to be a 9.2 to a 9.4. There's a little bit of spine ticks at the bottom, and just overall, I thought there was a little bit of color rub on it too. So I'm happy with the 9.6. Now this book, extremely happy with the grade, even though it's only an 8.5, but this is a collection piece for me. We've got Resident Evil issue number 1. I'm going to be showing off the front, and the back is awesome too. Check out that. So when I picked this book up, and real quick, it does have the first appearance of Chris Redfield in a comic book series. But with this one, I bought it for, I think, $60 maybe a year or two ago, and I really just wanted it for my collection. But when I bought it, they said it was a 6 to a 6.5, and I had to do a couple presses on this one because it's an extremely thin book, and if you go too heavy on it, it's going to make even more creases. So it took a few tries. I finally figured it out, and I was happy with how it came out, so I decided to send it in. And lo and behold, we got back an 8.5 white pages, first appearance of Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine and Wesker in comics. I thought it was really cool. I'm definitely going to be putting this one on display at some point when I get everything all figured out with my studio. But those are all of the books that I just got back from CBCS. Like I said, I was very happy with a lot of the grades. I think a lot of the 9.8s were very deserving. Maybe one or two of them I thought could have been a 9.6, so I was excited when they came back as a 9.8. A few of those last ones I just went over. The 2 9s, the Star Wars book, and the Kamala Khan book, I don't know about that. One is definitely way too high, and in my opinion, the other one is lower. And I know they're very busy, they're extremely backed up, but quality control, maybe it's on me for shipping, but if that was the case, I personally feel that a lot more of these books would have been damaged and not just one or two of them. Let me know down low in the comment section what you think about it, but now let's do a recap of my experience with CBCS. So overall, in my honest opinion, I'd say I had a great experience with CBCS. These slabs all came out great. There's no scratches on them. None of the books are loose. And the new slabs do look really sharp. I think the handling was great. I think the shipping that they had was great. But there are a few problems I absolutely have to talk about. While I did expect a lot of 9.8s, I'm very happy with a lot of the grades. There were a few inconsistencies that have to be brought up. Mainly the Star Wars book, the all-new issue. They both got a 9.0, and there's significant damage on the all-new issue compared to the Star Wars. So if the all-new book is a 9.0, the Star Wars book is absolutely a 9.4 to a 9.6. But if the Star Wars book is a 9.0, that all-new issue needs to be a lot lower. These are my books. I'm happy with how it came out, but in the grand scheme of it, one of those books is not right for the grade. Other than that, the only main issue that I had, and I think this is a big one in my opinion, is communication between me, the person sending the books in, and CBCS in general. I understand they're extremely backed up. Maybe they have a plastic shortage, maybe they have less workers right now, but emails need to be sent out, some sort of communication saying, yes, we do have your books. Yes, we are working on this. I understand months go by with no update, but something needs to be sent out. When I sent the books in, it was about 4 weeks for them to just put it on the dashboard saying, yes, your books are registered, they are in the system. But USPS said they were dropped off on a certain date. And I would like a little bit more from CBCS, knowing that my books are safe with them. They don't need to be registered right away, but just something saying, yes, we do have them. Thank you even, for sending them our way. But other than that, then they go by months on end with no email update. And if you have used CBCS, I know you guys know what I'm going to be talking about. Out of nowhere, it went to grading to labels. So at that point, the books did go in grading. Nothing got updated on the dashboard. Nothing got sent as far as an email goes. But they basically went from grading to labels. And then August 5th is when I got the labels email. From August 5th until I got the books back, it basically said they're in labels. No update, no nothing. And then all of a sudden, it's your books are being shipped. And then maybe an hour later, I got the books are shipped. I spoke with customer service a few times in the past couple months if there's any updates on the books, and they said yes, they're going to be going out within the next couple of weeks, and then that's what I got every time I called. Yes, they're in labels, they are done being graded, they'll be out in the next couple of weeks, and then a couple months went by, and here we are right now. I think communication is key between the business and the person using their business. Maybe I'm just having high expectations for it, but these are expensive books being sent in, and I would like to know that they're being handled with care, and I think overall they do. And the whole issue with I thought maybe they got mishandled for a couple books, usually I would say that's me. I had bad shipping, that's on me for this one. But for all these books that got sent in, only 2 of them came out with a little bit, I'd say significant damage when I thought they were going to be a lot higher of grades. Who knows? Maybe it's on them, maybe it's on me, but I feel as the person shipping it, a lot more of these books would have been damaged if that was the case. I want to know your experiences down low. I want to know what you thought about this haul, all the things I just talked about, and thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low, and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.